This coloring book alone has made over $16,000 on Amazon KDP, and you can tell by multiplying the price per book by the number of reviews. So I wanted to see if I could clone this coloring book using only free AI tools. No paid software, no designer, no shortcuts. And honestly, the results shocked me. So the first thing I did was scan the actual coloring book. So when I scroll down, there are, some images from the publisher. And at first glance, it honestly didn't look that complicated. But the deeper I looked into it, the more I started noticing small details. And that probably explains why this thing sells so well. I mean, you could see the hand-drawn feel, you could see the clean, clear, bold outlines, you could see even little details as small as spills over here. All of these things are part of what makes the coloring book even more fun and relaxing. Now, normally recreating something like this would require a paid software, illustration skills, or hiring an artist. But for this experiment, I gave myself one rule. I could only use completely free tools, which sounds fine in theory until AI starts giving you stuff that looks absolutely ridiculous. So my goal wasn't exactly to make an exact copy, but it was to see if free AI tools could create something good enough to compete in the same market. Now, the first thing I did was I started by breaking down exactly what makes this coloring book work. I looked through every of the detail of the coloring book, as well went into the review section to see what customer has to say about this coloring book. And I then tested a bunch of free AI tools to see which one could actually generate clean coloring book style illustration. So how I did that was I downloaded some of the images from this coloring book. I headed over into the review section where I have customer photos and videos, and I went over to the photo section and looked for some coloring images that were not colored. I also went ahead to snip some of these images because these are samples of what are actually in the book. And then I took just one of the images I got and I put it into Claude AI, and I gave Claude AI this prompt. Attached is the coloring page of a bestseller, which I would like to clone the exact detail on it. I want you to first of all study the outline, study the feel, study the pattern, the positioning, the drawing style, the way it feels hand-drawn-ish, every single detail. And I want you to give me an exact prompt that I can give into AI that will help give me an exact clone of this image. Now, the reason why I keep honing down on clone is because I want Claude AI to be as precise as possible in the prompt. And Claude AI gave a deep analysis of the book and as well gave a detailed prompt. So I use this same detailed prompt for multiple free tools so I see the results they give. And honestly, most of them were terrible. Either the lines were too detailed, the style kept changing, or the images just didn't look printable at all. But eventually, I found one setup that started giving surprisingly decent results. I mean, when you think of this, this is actually something that is KDP ready. I mean, it followed the exact foundation of the prompt. And this is where the experiment started getting interesting. Now, once I finally had the style that looked usable, the next challenge was consistency, because generating one good coloring page is easy, but generating an entire book that actually looks cohesive, that feels like all of the pages could sit in the same book, that is where things mostly start falling apart with a lot of AI tools. So I'm making use of 3 pages which I downloaded from this particular coloring book product just to see how well it can do. And now I'm heading back into Claude AI. I'm going to copy this exact same prompt. I'm adding the second coloring page. I'm pasting the exact same prompt just so I can get precision in terms of the prompt. I'm hitting enter so Claude AI can give me the exact detailed prompt to be able to create such image. Now Claude AI has given the prompt. I'm going to go again, copy it, head back into this AI tool, which by the way is Kito. I'm going to paste it here like so, and I'm going to click generate. Another good thing I really liked about this free tool was that it gives you enough free credits to try out. It gives you, I think, about 200 credits when you sign up for the first time. This one is actually really good. I mean, if you even put it side by side with the actual image that we are trying to clone it from, it really looks good. I mean, it really did a great job in picking up the intricate details, and the outlines look clean and neat. And one of the things I did notice that helped was using a better structure. So for this particular one, I took out the kawaii in the prompt. So the prompt Claude gave was a single kawaii coloring book. So when I took out the kawaii, the images seemed much more better, at least in relation to what we're trying to clone. So there's actually a pattern here, and it works when I describe it without kawaii. So prompt structure actually matters more than you think. Now, if you look at this and this, both of them do not seem like they could be in the same book. And I want to believe that it is that single prompt structure difference that made it so. So I'm going to try the third one using the new prompt structure, like without adding the kawaii, and let us see if it's actually going to be consistent with this pattern or not. Now, this is the third coloring page that I'm going to be making use of. I'm copying the exact same prompt I've been using, and I'm going to paste it here like so. And I'm clicking on enter. Again, Claude AI has given the exact prompt. I'm going to copy it. I'll paste it here, but this time I'm going to remove the kawaii style, and let's see what it's going to give. I'm hitting generate again. So this is what this AI tool gave. I mean, this is just as good, but way different from what I asked of it. However, this on its own could pass for a KDP ready coloring page. You know, the outlines are bold, the whole image is clean and clear. However, one of the things I really don't fancy is that it always has these cute eyes on every single thing, even though I never asked it, like it's not in the prompt. Same thing with this one, you can see these cute eyes here, even on the flowers. And same thing with this, it puts a cat here, even though there was no cat in the prompt. This is one of the things that makes it feel sort of AI generated, but all the same, this looks usable. I mean, if I got like 20 pages like this will work. And also it feels consistent with this one. So this and this feel like they could sit in the same coloring book. However, some of the things I point out is that it doesn't really do well in terms of reflecting complexity. I mean, there was so much of detail added to the prompt, but this is like the basics of image. Secondly, it kind of feels too AI because I asked for a hand-drawn feel, wobbly-ish feel, and everything just looks too, perfect, like computer perfect. Again, like it added all these cute eyes, mouths, and blush, which I never requested for in the prompt. Individually, it looks good, but when you put them all together, especially based on the kind of prompting that was done, I think it could do better. And now, next up is I'm going to try to clone the cover page. And I'm going to be following the same process into Claude AI. I'll be adding the coloring book cover over here like so. And I will be using the exact same prompt I've been using for other images. Again, Claude AI has given the prompt. Interesting. I'm really interested to see how it's going to turn out. So I'm copying the colored version prompt and I'm going to paste it here into this tool. Let's see what's going to come up with. Again, just to keep the whole consistency, I'm going to remove this kawaii and I'm going to generate. Now, my question to you is, if you found a coloring book on Amazon and these images that this AI tool created are part of the pages inside, would you buy it? Comment yes or no. Leave your comment in the comment section. I'd like to know your thought process on this. So this is what this tool gave us. To be honest, I'm quite impressed. I mean, if you should put it side by side with what we're trying to clone, even though it's not an exact match, I mean, it could pass for a coloring book cover, and it really feels kind of cohesive with the coloring pages that we have generated from it. However, my concern here is it has this extremely perfect feel, like it was actually AI generated. So my verdict would be that, I mean, this could pass for a coloring book that can be sold, a coloring book that can be used, but I don't think that this can stand shoulder to shoulder to compete with the bestseller we cloned it from in the same market. I mean, this could pass for its own market, but shoulder to shoulder with this bestseller, I don't think this will stand a chance, but it looks good on its own. Now, I tried cloning a bestseller with another AI tool, and honestly, the result was way better. And if you want to know the tool I used and how I prompted it, you want to check the video you see on your screen right now to check that out.